Hello, Chris, listen here.
Yeah?
Okay, I'll get you by the shop.
Okay, come.
Okay, are you by the shop?
Okay, come by the shop.
But I'm coming to the shop now.
Okay, I'll be there waiting for you.
Okay.
Hy gaan hardloop. Laai haar eentjie voor die shop af. Moenie by die shop loop nie, hoor. Laai eentjie af en julle moet voor die tyd uitspring. Boesie, julle moet voor die tyd uitspring.
Priscilla is only 16 years old, but already a hardened Durban prostitute.
I don't know if she's going to see 21 if she goes on like this.
With her, a member of a special police task force investigating child prostitution. A few days ago, Priscilla was arrested by police and is now spilling the beans. She has information on a Nigerian sex and drug syndicate that enslaves children with drugs and sells them for sex. For almost 2 weeks, special assignment followed the special police task team as they raided drug and sex houses in Durban, Gauteng and Bloemfontein, rescuing children and arresting members of the syndicate.
Als we nou in die straat kom, ons kan link rechts draai, ag links, en dan gaan ons weer reg, dan gaan ons sien waar ons dan gaan ons weer rechts.
Priscilla's 14-year-old sister is known in the sex ring as Candace. She's also enslaved by the Nigerian syndicate. Priscilla told the cops that Candace has been forced to take drugs and is now at the mercy of her pimps. Many girls are injected with heroin and forced to smoke crack cocaine. This will keep them in line. Priscilla takes them to a building in the Point area of Durban. She thinks Candace might be here. Both sisters are runaways. They can hardly read or write and haven't seen their parents for months.
Yes, nee. Staan by. Los.
This task team was established 6 weeks ago after the initial breakthrough in the case. It's made up of members of the Johannesburg Dog Unit and the Child Protection Unit.
Stroppie, fuck! Hy gaan hardloop. Jy kan hom nie vang nie.
It's a small team of only 10.
Stop. Come, show us quickly. Come.
Wait. Look at the building.
Come, show us.
Come, let's go. Bring her.
No, you come. Kamer 15. Let me go. Lie down on your stomach. Lie down, Baba. Down.
Dune House is a Nigerian stronghold. In virtually every room there are girls, some as young as 10. Several underage girls are held captive here. Nigerian drug dealers lure them into their web of sex and deceit when they offer them refuge and then force-feed them drugs. When they're addicted, they have to pay their pimps for the drugs by having sex with clients. Candace is not here, but after questioning the suspects, new leads emerged. In the meantime, the children found with the syndicate are taken to a place of safety. A second building, Palace Lodge, is raided. By now, the ringleaders know that the cops are on the hunt. They lock doors and move the girls around. Finally, Candace is found locked up in a room.
Get your hands behind your back. Get down on the ground. Get down. Oh, move. Luister. Relax.
But please don't lock this guy up. Please, it's not you. Chris took me all the way from Durban.
Here we are, Chris. Relax.
But please don't do anything to this guy. He's a good guy. He wanted to send me back to Joburg today.
Relax.
Please.
Kom ek sê vir merke hier op jou rug.
Dit was hy wat my geslag het, Chris. Chris het nie laat dus, okay?
Staan net. Stand still. Just stand there. Ja.
It's not alles. Ek het gebring te uitstryk. Iemand het gesê die job het today next month. Because first he
The 14-year-old Candace has been enslaved by her Nigerian masters for about 7 months. She's now a crack cocaine and heroin addict. She provides the task team with a harrowing insight into her enslavement.
Was hiding for Chris till tonight. That's why we can. Thank God. But this will just guy up, please.
Candace had been fed drugs by her pimp earlier in the day. She and her sister are both later taken to a place of safety to be rehabilitated.
Relax.
This man is older than you. I don't know. Double your age.
The task team's with suspicion has now been confirmed that this is a nationwide sex ring. Syndicate members are in contact with each other and send girls from one house to another. There's even a website where pimps can advertise their girls.
They give you 3 rocks, man, to smoke for free. Now that's a wake up. It makes you wake up. You want more. Then you want more. Then you go out to make money. And you come and you buy more.
So child exploitation tends to attract a lot of attention. Now because it attracts a lot of attention, organized crime has to keep it further underground. Right? They keep it further underground, it becomes more dangerous. It becomes more dangerous, it becomes more lucrative. And that's how the business works. The more, in a way, the more socially condemned an activity is, the higher the price.
As jy in Voortrekkersstraat afgaan, ek sal jy op die radio sien. Nou van draai jy regs. 'n Groep moet net hierdie kinders gryp hierso. En die ander groep moet die woonstelle doen. Maar hulle het 'n staalhek voor. En sodra jy by die trappe opgaan, is daar nog 'n staalhek. So dan moet ons net daai staalhek breach en ingaan daar. Want van die meisies is in die kamer. Master key.
2 days later, and the task team is in Gauteng. Their target, the Nigerian stronghold in Benoni on the East Rand.
Khalil.
They suspect more girls and children are held here.
Ons is straat weg van Voortrekker af. Volgende blok is Voortrekker, is ons straat wat ons soek.
Lima, Mike, 062, is 'n wit BMW. Dis in Nigeria.
Several more girls are found, some as young as 12. In this room, an East Rand businessman is found having sex with a 15-year-old girl. He's arrested and charged with statutory rape.
Speeltjies wat hulle die cocaine opsit en lyne sny, dan sny hulle van die speeltjie af. Die covers wat hulle gebruik daarvoor.
These children are told to go out to the street, stand on the corner, and it's currently in the community space. I get a lot of calls from the community saying that at this and this corner, now that they see that there's somebody dealing with this issue, are children standing, and so it's in the community space, it's in the authority space, and it ensures that we are where we are today, dealing with the matter.
And then, in another room, a discovery that disturbs even the most hardened cop. A child, only 3 years old, kept captive by Nigerian drug dealers and pimps.
Where's your mother? Where's your mother? Who's Jesus? You get away from him. Get away.
Who's told you? Who's told you? He's my brother's son. Who's your brother?
Just sweet. Hey, leave the kid alone now.
Come this way.
Everybody out. Everybody out. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look at this. Look here. Look here. Look here. Look here. Look here. You want to wear this?
Huh? Like a bangle. Come, like a necklace. What's your name? You want to wear it? Yeah, kom ons gaan gou uit so. What's the mother's name? You don't know the mother's name? And the father's name? No way, Baba. Ja, ek ken hulle nie. Waar is jy soek? Wie gaan net soek neetling roep nie?
Questioned, the Nigerian pimp reveals that the boy is held captive in order to force his mother into prostitution. She's only 20. She refused to take drugs, and so the boy was taken hostage. Finally, they find his mother. The mother has been on the streets since the birth of her son 3 years ago. The police say that although the boy was well fed, he was kept in a room that was used for sex and prostitution.
Hy het vir my gesê hy hou hom daar want ek moet my besigheid die kant hou. So hulle hou hom daarso want ek moet hierso vir hulle geld maak om die geld vir hulle te gee.
Ons het jou kant. Hulle het nie jou kant, ons het hom.
Daai arme kind was so verwilderd toe ons hom daar kry. Kon nie meer baie langer aanhou so nie.
Hulle wou nie die kind vir my gegee het, hulle wou nie hy moet by my bly nie. Hulle wou net hê ek moet hom Sondag gesien het.
The mother and her child were reunited the very next day. They are both now being counselled.
Vat op die blok, sê hy, na hierdie mamma se huis toe gevat. Na die woonstad toe, het ek hulle gesê.
Human trafficking has been said to be the third most profitable activity being perpetrated by organized crime. It is more profitable and less risky than drug trafficking, than gun running. That ranking, I think, is about 3 or 4 years old, and there have been subsequent reports to suggest that in fact it is at the top.
Okay, die een girl, dit weet nie wat 'n kamer is wie nie, maar die een girl is kort, mollerig. Sy het bob rooi hare, vetterig, met sproete. Die ander een is 'n kleerling meisie. Sy het lang invlegsels in haar hare, baie tengerig. Okay. Ons weet nie watter kamer is watter een nie. Dis kamer 201 en 107.
Information gathered from the suspects leads the task team to Bloemfontein. By now it's becoming clear that the task team is being fed disinformation by the Nigerian suspects. It's becoming more and more difficult to find girls. Many of the houses they're sent to are empty. The task team even raided Bloem's hotspots in the hope of finding young runaways and captives. In order to get information about underage girls held captive by their pimps, they arrest and question street prostitutes. This task team is a new concept in combating the country's child sex industry. It will now become a regular way of enforcing the law.
Through disruption, we are making it very difficult for people to commercially sexually exploit children. The task team has formed a new strategy in terms of having mobile roadblocks and pulling over vehicles that are riding around in areas where children are being exploited in terms of child prostitution. If we take the person who places the child on the street away, we don't have somebody on the street to be exploited by the user. So I think we're working from both ways, but our focus point is taking the actual person who creates the opportunity for the child to be on the street.
The team decides to split up. Some return to Johannesburg with new information. The rest stay behind in Bloemfontein. Back in Johannesburg, the task team follows up on information they have gathered in Bloemfontein. They raid several houses in Rosettenville. In a room, 2 girls drugged and exhausted. One is only 15 and the other 17 or 18. Both girls are from Cape Town, where they worked as sex slaves for Nigerians. They were then sold to syndicate members in Johannesburg. Police later found that they were drugged before being transported to their house in Rosettenville. Members of the syndicate prefer to rotate their slaves, as clients always prefer fresh and new girls. Most of the girls we spoke to said they receive a dose of crack cocaine from their pimps every morning. This fix is for free. The rest of the day and night, the girls had to entertain clients in order to pay for the drugs. They didn't see any of the money the clients paid. It's simply a life of drugs and sex without any hope or future. By now, the task team has devised a database of cell phone numbers. This shows how members of the syndicate in Cape Town, Gauteng, Durban and Bloemfontein are connected to one another.
Thank you. Answer for me nicely.
One of the girls confirms a pattern of abuse where rape is used as a form of punishment when someone tries to escape.
My daughter was running in the bath, I heard a lady shouting, "Rape! Help!"
What was it?
Sounds like a white girl.
Hoe oud was it?
I don't know.
Today, the Commissioner of Police has decided to increase the size of the task team. Members will have all the resources they need to clamp down on child sex.
My friend's boyfriend, he's not dancing outside in the garage. He asked me, where? And then when I stood here by the door in the middle in the lane bus, I could hear the shouting.
I normally use this formalin to abduct the children from their parents or wherever they are and to bring into this place. So we've got a breakthrough through here because we found the formalin they use.
We need to have this thing criminalized in domestic law because it will empower police to investigate. Once police start to investigate, we'll get a better sense of the scale of this problem, the extent to which organized criminal syndicates that are in this country are using trafficking to earn profits for themselves. We'll get a sense of how much money they're earning. At the moment, we have no idea about any of these things. We know it's happening, we know it's a problem, but we don't know the extent of the problem. The sexual offences bill, for example, I believe has included now a provision to criminalize trafficking for sexual purposes.
By late last night, 72 Nigerians involved in the child sex ring had been arrested. Several of them have been charged with kidnapping, statutory rape and drug dealing. 30 children have been rescued. Most are in a place of safety where they are undergoing rehabilitation.